Yes, everybody. Good evening. How are we? How are we all doing, everybody? Um, just before we get into some more kind of positives, I would say, just want to say, sad news on the Arsenal front. Let me just find his name because I've just Arsenal former Arsenal academy Billy Vega has passed away. Um, so that's very sad news to do with Arsenal Football Club, and all you can say is so much thoughts goes out to his family. A young footballer had his life taken away, and he was an ex-academy of Arsenal Football Club. I can say, I can say though, I don't know him. I don't know if I can say I've ever heard his name being mentioned. I don't think I know him. I don't think I do. But really sad to see, young guy, young lad. But yeah, so that's kind of a sad thing on behalf of Arsenal to hear that news. It really is. And on better news, Andre Berta is definitely the real deal, people. He's definitely the real deal. I just hope he continues and gets the big problem out of this club. Can he do it? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to take. And Newcastle, incoming, incoming. It's getting very close. It feels like a huge game. Just feels like a withdraw, and that is literally done and dusted for Arsenal. It's game over completely. Like I've said, you might as well put it in breaking news that the title's over. AJ, did someone order an Arsenal fan? Yes, my guy. AJ, they did. They did. How are you, mate? AJ, big up Rich every time. They sure did. So, yeah, Rich99 Arsenal. If you enjoy the show, people, or you like us and want the Arsenal back and want Arteta out, then please do smash the likes up when you come into the chat and subscribe. It really does help the channel. So yeah, really sad news, people, on the ex-Arsenal academy player. Like I said, I can't say I've ever heard of him. I just can't. So I'm not going to pretend. Maybe more people in chat, etc., might have a bit more information. But Andre Berta is really making his noise heard. You've got to say, you know, he's a someone who's a serious guy. It feels to me like he's levels above Edu. You know, being at Atletico Madrid since 2013 and obviously coming to Arsenal 2025, it looks like he's not messing. And he's because I said with Berta, the worry is does he come to Arsenal to be Andre Berta and do his own thing and don't want mates, no, just does everything on his own back. And he's like, right, this is what I do. You know, I'm not changing anything. This is my work ethic. This is where I go about business. This is how ruthless I can be. Or does he come to Arsenal to become an even richer man and be part of the circus act and become a puppet with the Cronkays, Richard Garlick, Tim Lewis, who obviously has now gone, the coach here, and the biggest problem at the football club, the stubborn, smug prick, Mikel Arteta. But it looks more like Andre Berta's here to do his own thing, and he ain't messing, and he's not going to be part of, you know, a circus and a puppet act, a puppet show. He's lone soldier. So I'm hoping this continues, and I'm hoping he's the one where he starts thinking, you know what, this guy is not good enough. We've got some really good players. He's been part of it, obviously, with signing with Gyökeres, Mosquera, and I think he would have pushed for it, for Eze, I really do. Um, and does he start thinking, we've got some really great players in this team. We're in danger of just seeing this crop fall away and then capitulating and just one by one start leaving the club because they're not winning trophies. Yeah, we know Saliba signed a new contract today. My favourite player, by the way, people. So obviously I'm really happy. But in football now, when you sign a new contract to me, that's just protecting your value. That's just basically saying Arsenal to Real Madrid, if you want him, you will pay 100 million next summer. Now, if they came in for him next summer, Real Madrid could get Saliba for about 50 million because he'd have 1 year left in his contract. So if Real Madrid come in for him and really show intensity towards it and be like thorough with him. And obviously Florentino Perez, the Real Madrid president, who said he's a big fan of him, he sees him for like a future signing. If that's the case, then Arsenal then have the power because then they can just turn around and say, okay, if you want him, his contract runs out in 2030. We will make you pay at least 100 million. And I would take it. I would take it, honestly. I would take 90. 80 is when you start thinking, well, this is dropping. This is dropping too much now. AJ, big up Rich of Time. Darkside Gunner, big up. Go and subscribe to Darkside people. Always smashing that content. FK Arsenal 1983, big up Rich. Hope you are good, mate. I'm good, thank you, my guy. Good to see you in the chat, FK. Darkside Gunner, I think Berta is the key to getting this clown sacked at the end of the season, to be honest. You know what, Darkside? I hope you're right. And everybody, what keeps coming in the chat and saying things like that, I love how optimistic you are, and I'm trying to get on board with it. At minute, I just feel like this stubborn smug prick is just he's got that shield around him and he's so protected and he's not going anywhere yet. But Andre Berta to me looks like he's a serious guy and he's not messing and he's going to be like, I'm not putting up with this. Like I said, we've got some fantastic players. Obviously, he's been part of it with the deals and he's going to be like, you're not messing this up, Arteta. No chance. I can find a lot better manager than you to manage these players, definitely. AJ, I actually believe he gets sacked the moment he throws the League Cup in the bin against Brighton. That'd be amazing, AJ. AJ, big up FK Arsenal, 1983 every time. That would be absolutely class, AJ. It really would. Like, because the thing is, though, Arteta would do something like that. Yeah, it's just Carabao Cup. I'm not bothered, not bothered. And thinks he can just get away with it the next minute. Andre Berta pipes up. Right. What you've just done, you're literally on a piece of thin string now, mess up again, and you're getting sacked. As simple as that. It's getting if you fall behind, let's even say 7 points that league table, you've already binned one cup off. You're on a little thin piece of string now. You're going to be sacked. Pressure him. That's what I want to see. I want to see Berta pressure him. I want to see Mikel Arteta under massive pressure because he deserves it. He deserves it. I mean, look at this. This is how Arteta is at the moment, people. This is how he is. This is what he's feeling like now. We at Kai Havertz and Martin Odegaard. This is what Arteta's like. This is what he is at the moment. He's really, really sad and upset, sulking. That's what he's doing at the moment. We are obviously Odegaard and Kai Havertz, his love child. He's missing him so much. Where are we? I think one thing sure I get sacked if you win this season. FK Arsenal, big up AJ. Hope you're good. AJ, FK Arsenal, all good. Thank you yourself. AJ Rich, huge congratulations on 524 subs. Thank you very much, AJ. Big up to you, my guy. Yeah, we're on 525, mate, but I've noticed that you can be on like 525 or whatever, just a certain number, and then it can go down in like a few minutes. Because I think sometimes as well, people don't like what you say. So you know, if they don't like it, they're going to unsubscribe. They'll unsub to you. Or sometimes it might be like fake profiles where it's like where they're not even meant to be on YouTube and they've subbed to you. I don't know. I don't know. It could be what I've just said, or it could be that people just don't like what you say, so they unsubscribe to you, which is fair enough. But yeah, people, this is what this guy is like at the moment without Odegaard and Kai Havertz. Sulking like a little baby. And I bet he's already made it clear. He said something about Havertz. Is it? What did he say? Knowing Havertz, he'll come back probably early because he's a specimen of a guy. I mean, and you know what really pisses me off and all? He's near enough called Eze out twice already. He would have never said that about Kai Havertz. Yeah, he should have scored. He should have scored. And he's saying it as if to say, yeah, he should have scored. Like he's like trying to do it to like big up Martin Odegaard, saying, yeah, Eze, you know, he didn't even score in those positions. Odegaard would have probably scored. I know he didn't say that, but that's what he's kind of. It feels like he's trying to do that. Like he's trying to belittle Eberechi Eze. He's an absolute wanker. He's never said that about. Yeah, he should have scored. It never mentions an individual player that they should have scored. FK Arsenal 93. Yeah, all the thanks. Just this. All good thanks. Yeah, all good thanks. Just this manager driving me crazy. Yeah, it is. It is. It is FK. I swear to God, mate. It really is. Now, let me just share this, people, because this is, like I said, I can talk about it a little bit. I don't know much about it, but this is um, this is the kind of sad news what we've seen today. Let me just find it. Let me just get it. This is sad to see. But I don't remember him. Anyone in chat remember this guy? Ready? Former Arsenal Academy player Billy Viger, has sadly passed away, aged just 21. My God, after sustaining a significant brain injury while playing for non-league Chichester. What is it? Chichester. I can never word that. It sounds daft when I even say it. Chichester City last weekend. Our thoughts and prayers are with his family and friends. R.I.P. I don't remember him, people. Anyone remember him? I don't. I don't. Oh God. Here's Ed Sheeran's kid. Look, interviewing William Saliba. Jesus Christ, that is embarrassing. Looks like he's going to a wedding. Whoever he is, it looks like he's going to a wedding. Oh man, what is happening with this Sky Sports? That's every time I see that, that's annoying as it gets. Is there any more news? Let's just see if there's anything popped up. Any breaking news? Anything regarding Saliba, Saka? Yeah, Billy. I don't remember him. I don't remember. Anyone in chat, let me know if you remember him. From Arsenal, striker as well. Passed away, age 21, following a significant brain injury while playing for Chichester City last weekend. That's really sad, man. Oh, here he is. Here he is. Mikel Arteta on the English football pyramid. Unbelievable. On football pyramid. Unbelievable how tough it is. And when you look at last night, Liverpool and Chelsea, and how long it took them to actually win the game, you know that you have to expect that if something different happens, great. So basically, people, what he's doing already is making an excuse because we couldn't break down Port Vale. Now he's using Man City and Liverpool. Oh my God, mate. I swear to God, this manager, it just does not stop. It is constant. It is constant. And that ball, by the way, what Max Darman played on against Port Vale for Victor Gyökeres, I mean, that were out of this world, mate. That was an absolute class pass. Let's just show you something here. I'm not going to show you. It's not properly. It's not properly. But this is what I think against Newcastle on Saturday. Ready? This is what I think against Newcastle on Saturday. This is what I think. This is what I think he'll do. This is what I think Arteta will do. Ready? Why is that? I don't want you there, pal. This is what I think he's going to do. This is what Arteta will do Saturday. It's not Saturday. Sunday, I do apologise. That's what he's gonna do, people. On Sunday, Calafiore in defence, Gabriel in defence, Saliba in defence, Rice in defence, Timber in defence, Norgard, Zubamendi, older midfielders, Martinelli, Saka, just in front of Norgard, and Zubamendi to kind of protect it in middle even more, and Victor Gyökeres way up front on his own. There's Arsenal's team for Sunday. 7 defenders, kind of, 2 holding midfielders, and a striker. There's Arsenal's team for Sunday. What Arteta will do against Newcastle. Let me know what you think to that, people. Mhm. There it is. From there a little bit, make it a bit closer. There we go. Arsenal's team to play Newcastle Sunday. Arteta's prediction, not mine, just Arteta's. There we go. 7 defenders ish. 2, well, let's just say, yeah, 5 defenders, 4 holding midfielders, and a striker. There is my team, what I think Mikel Arteta will pick on Sunday. Let me know in the chat if you agree with that. So it's great news, people. Yeah, AJ, you think that's probably what they'll do, innit? 5 defenders, 4 holding midfielders, and a striker. Um, so it's great news, people. It really is. Andre Berta, I'm really impressed with him. He's got to start doing the. He's got to change though. He's got to. He's got to change with selling players. Like in summer, we've seen again that it was embarrassing, it was laughable, and it was pathetic. Like it was an absolute shit show when it comes to selling players. Arsenal are, I will say, the worst team out of the big teams at selling players by a country mile. There's something not right. I don't know if it's the way our first approach, our first email, first phone call, but that's got to change. And Andre Bert, hopefully it can change this because we've got to start getting money for players. Like, you look at Trossard and you think, he's scoring for Arsenal, one of the best teams in Europe. He's a Belgian international. He's been in Premier League for a while with Brighton and Arsenal. And you're telling me that we can't even get 25 million for him. We should be getting around about 35, 40 million for him. But the problem comes in because of the wages. Nobody wants to pay it. That guy's now on about close to £200,000 a week. No one's going to want to pay that for Trossard. They'll want to pay about 70 at most. So this is where Arsenal's got to stop this with wages. They've got to stop it because it's becoming Achilles heel. It's making it worse for Arsenal. It's making it worse for us to sell players. No one's going to like. Who the hell would want to pay Zinchenko £150,000 a week? They look at him and think, yeah, £40,000 a week at the most, at the tops. Same as Nelson and that. Who's going to want to pay £100,000 a week for someone what don't play? When you hear about £100,000, well, £150,000 a week, you're £50,000 away from your top top players. You really are. You know, some world class at the top of the game are on like 180, 200,000 pound a week. So I'm hoping Berta changes that as well. Um, he's impressing me. He's impressing me. But I hope he doesn't drop off and think, yeah, I've done a bit, got players signed down, new contracts, and then now it's like just take the foot off of the gas and I become a yes man and do exactly what the Cronkies say and I become a puppet. That will be really annoying because at the moment he's liked, and a lot of Arsenal fans are liking what we see with Berta. He looks like he's ruthless, he's no nonsense, he's very shrewd in his way, the way he goes about his business. He seems to be one of them guys where he's like, I'm not here to mess around. When I bring myself to the table, it's here to talk serious and slap deals down. Do you know what I mean? And where do I keep thinking he like looking back now, he seemed like he was just all nice and didn't really be ruthless enough in his business. So hopefully Berta can keep this going. Saka's next for a new deal. But like I said, people, yeah, Saliba signed new contract. So has Ifanieri, so has Gabriel, so has Miles Lewis-Kelly. But again, that's the small picture. So everyone's looking at, oh, it's all rosy. Like you've got Rory Talks BS already, an absolute prick saying, oh, you know, he's seen everything. What did he say? Something like he's seen the way forward or something. The bigger picture is that's just protecting his value. In January, if Arsenal's out of the title by October, which I have predicted, and if we draw Sunday, it is done. It is done. But he could turn around January and say, uh, I want to leave. I want to go to Real Madrid. I didn't sign up for this. We're not winning any trophies. League titles over already. And he could just turn around and say to Arsenal, I want to leave. I want to go to Real Madrid. Now, Arsenal then would be like, well, we ain't got to worry about losing value on you because that ain't going to happen no more when he goes next summer, if he still goes, because he still could go. And I still think there's a big, I'm 60% confident he still will leave next summer. That they ain't got to worry and think, 1 year left, fucking hell. We're in shit street now because that is worth 100 million now, Saliba, definitely. But next summer, that 100 is going straight down to 50 because then there'll be 1 year left on his contract. But next year, you ain't got to worry. He's got 4 years left on his contract. So Arsenal next summer could still easily get 100 million for him. Now, who's going to pay it? I don't know. I don't know if he decides to go. But this is where like it comes in. Everyone, oh, he's committed his future. They think he's like, you know, it's like already you've seen him already on online, and he's staying, he's going nowhere, we're never in doubt, he's not going anywhere. They're not looking at the bigger picture. They're just ignoring it and masking over it. Or if they, you know, if they actually realise that there is a bigger picture, and they're probably just masking over it and not saying how it is. The bigger picture is that it's just Arsenal's protected their value on him. They know for a fact now that they've got the power and can say, if you want him, it's 100 million. It's simple as that. They ain't got to think, oh shit, 1 year left on his contract, going to have to sell him for 50 million. So they don't have to worry about that no more. So next summer, I still see him leaving. I still see him leaving, but right now he's going nowhere. And it's really good to have him and Gabriel. I mean, I think it's fantastic. AJ, yeah, seem right for Sunday. AJ, Sunday we will at least we will be at least 2-0 Newcastle. Yeah, I think I think Newcastle's coming for us. I swear to God, they're going to be well up for it on Sunday. I've got a feeling. Excuse me, people. Oh, man, I'm not going to. No way am I doing 3 hours. No chance, not tonight. Catalan 094. Saliba should have told the board, I'll resign if Arteta's sacked. He should have. He should have, Catalan. 094. Big up to you as well. Good to see you in the chat. I know I'm shocked that there's no. Well, we don't know if there's any clause installed into his contract, or we don't know. We don't know yet. AJ Catalan 094. He put a buyout clause in there. Hopefully he has. I haven't seen any terms though at the moment. Just that is till 2030. Catalan 094. AJ, how much? Catalan 94. If Newcastle can get decent crosses in the box for Walter Mould, it's gonna be a long day for Arsene. for Arsenal. Yeah, that Walter mode, he looks like he can get up in air. He does. He really does. We're at Wolves where he scored that header. That were a really good header, that one. Catalan 094 Arsenal. AJ Catalan 94. Rumours are £120 million. Well, I hope that's true, AJ. I really do. Oh man. Excuse me, people. I can tell I've been pissing around with my sleep for the last 2 days. I am definitely not doing 3 hours. Probably do about another 20 minutes, I think. That'll be a struggle and all. Um, I'd like to think that. I'd like to think that he's put a because I think he's not daft, and it's very well documented now. It's out there. Real Madrid, they're tapping again. Look, recently, I think what we're now. So I think Wednesday it was. It might have been yesterday. Yeah, yesterday that Real Madrid are there again, knocking on the door, and it feels like they're not going away. They're not going away. But now we know what Real Madrid like to do. They like to bully teams to get them on half price or get them on a free. But like Chris Welsh said as well, big up to Chris Welsh. Real Madrid are just going to take Canate on a free. 100% you would, because Canate, yeah, he's had a shaky start, but he's a good defender. He's not a piss poor rubbish defender. No time. And get him on a free. I think it's really good business. But the thing is with Real Madrid, they will start selling players again. Like if Vinny Jr. decides to go to Saudi, Real Madrid are going to get about 250 million straight out. Catalan 094, Madrid won't pay 120 million. They're still paying off their stadium. No, they're definitely not Catalan. But if Vinny decides to leave, then again, like you've just said, they might just decide to chuck all that back into coffers as well, into back into club. So yeah, that is a point. That is a point. But I don't know what Vinny's going to do at Real Madrid. I think it feels like he's going to stay 100%. But then it makes me think, will he go? Will he go? And if he does, Real Madrid will get at least 200 million for Vinny Jr. Definitely. So Sunday, Newcastle. I've just got a feeling they're going to be really on it, like the switch has been flicked, and they're going to come out and get us. Do you know what I mean? I think they're going to be ruthless and not hang around, not be waiting for Arsenal. We're hesitation in the play. There's no intensity, no intensity. I think Newcastle's going to come straight at us and take the game to us. I really, really, really do. Um, so that's why I think we're going to lose. That's why I think we're going to lose, because I think they're going to be really. I think Joe Linton's going to be fired up and be like being a beast in middle. I think Sandro Tonali is going to have his football head on, where he's just calm, keeps everything calm. He's passing, great passing and getting things moving, controlling it. Bruno Guimaraes ankle biter. Them three to me were best three in Premier League last season. I've just got a feeling they're going to be on it. I've got a feeling Baltimore is going to be a bit of a problem. Anthony Gordon, I don't know if he's going to play, or Langer or Barnes. They've got some options. They've got some options. I've just got a feeling they're going to be really, really fired up. It's at St. James's Park. It's Sunday afternoon. The fans are going to be, obviously, which we know they are anyway, always home and away. Newcastle fans are absolutely out of this world, man. Even in winter, they're at away games and they've got the tops off and everything. They don't care. So passionate. Excuse me. And I just think you haven't really got going yet this season. The last place you want to go, the last place you really want to go, is to St. James's Park when you know it's a must win. Because even if we draw this, and Liverpool beat Crystal Palace, which I think they will, and they play first again, then to me that is like, yeah, it's thank you and good night, and yet again no Premier League title with this manager. That's how I see it happening. I really do on Sunday. I don't think we win, but um, it's a shame because I'm not basing now my predictions on the players. I'm looking at that and think our squad, our players, we could win the league. 100% we could win the league and Champions League. Yes, there's still a bit of weakness in the teams, some areas. But when I think of the manager, it's like, no, out. Not win Champions League, never win Premier League. So this is what's like frustrating, because We've got that many great players now at our club, and yet it's not fair because we're not gonna get to see him win the major trophies and flourish and be the best they can at Arsenal because of one problem slash Mikel Arteta. And this is why I keep saying enough is enough. It's not Arteta FC. It's not about you. It is not about you, Mikel Arteta. It's about that badge behind me. And we need a proven winner manager who's going to come in and like look at what I've got here at my disposal. He's going to be like that. Okay, now, yeah, I can work with these players. Let me tell you. And we need a manager who's going to be able to just flick that switch and say it's not working. 4-3-3, it ain't working. Let's go to a back five, play two wing backs. Let's suffocate them, drag them all over. With Arteta, it's just 4-3-3. It's boring, it's stale, there's a lack of creativity, there's no intensity or urgency apart from little glimpses in the game. It's all defensive, it's all safe, it's stopping players from playing with freedom, expressing themselves. When they're on wing, it demands like a 70 or 80% defensive side to the game and 20/30% attack to the game. It's causing so much problems, people. He really is the biggest problem to take Arsenal Football Club to that next level. Mikel Arteta is the biggest problem. 2084 Real Madrid won't pay. Catalan 094. Diot Upamecano is also out of contract at Bayern. So they'll probably just go and get Upamecano, ex RB Leipzig centre back, and obviously now at Bayern Munich for last. I think this is his third season at Bayern. So that's what Real Madrid do. It's like it always falls into their hands. So imagine getting Upamecano, Alphonso Davies, and all. There were talk about him going on a free. So imagine getting just Upamecano and Konate in summer for a new centre back pairing. I tell you, Bayern Munich are the absolute gurus of getting these free players. AJ, Real Madrid will get Upper and Konate instead. Yeah, you can see that, AJ, and spend nothing apart from wages. Or there might be a signing on fee for about 10 million. Or do you know what I mean? Catalan 094. I think Morello from Forest is top quality. Yes, I do as well. Catalan 094. And Milinkovic, his partner. I'm a big fan of those two. I think they're really good at centre back. Really good. And they were beasts last season. But now they've got a manager what is just going to let them be exposed all the time. They're always going to be on the back foot because of this manager. So that'll be interesting to see how they cope with handball because they're going to be wide open a lot and they're going to have a lot more pressure thrown at them, definitely. So Newcastle Sunday, people. I'm not going to say a prediction for the score, but excuse me, I'm 100% confident we lose on Sunday. They need to start picking up. It's the last place you want to go to at St James's Park. Really is. You just don't want that. You really don't want to go to Newcastle at St James's Park when you know it's a must win. It's a must win. We can't even. We just can't even draw this. We really can't even draw this. There's no room for error at all on Sunday. We might get one little lifeline if we draw, if Liverpool lose to Crystal Palace, which I believe Crystal Palace will not beat Liverpool. Liverpool will beat Crystal Palace. And I still don't think, even if Crystal Palace beat Liverpool and we draw, I still think the title's over. I've said it. About a week and a half ago, I said Arsenal's title will be over by October. So not staying on long, people. Not staying on long. Thank you for people what's joined in as well. I'll just do about another 5 minutes, I think. So Andre Berta is cooking. He's cooking. Brilliant to see. Really, really good. Really glad we've got a sensible head, a no-nonsense, ruthless guy in club. And we don't know what's going on behind closed doors, but let's just hope Josh Kroenke is starting to wise up and starting to realise as well, look, you're in a Premier League title, pal. you've got to slog out for 9 months. It's different to MLS. Do you know what I mean? No disrespect to MLS American League, but it's completely different to Premier League. You know what I mean? It's full ball. Once that kickoff starts, you're going all season. There's no break. And I just over years, I just think Josh Kroenke is just like thought, it's easy. Just just turn up, and you don't realise all the prep what has to go into it, and all the games where it's tricky on away days and that, and squad rotation. And I just think like obviously this stubborn smug prick's a manager, but I just think he'll like Josh Kroenke's probably underestimated what it is to go and win a Premier League title in the English, obviously Premiership. Um, and now I think he's starting to realise we've had short squads. We've not been equipped enough. We've been understrengthed, and I think he's starting to wake up a little bit. And I really hope he like builds a really good friendship with Andre Berta, because it's going to be a big shame if the think. Well, Arteta's won, just say an example. He's won a Carabao Cup, he's won FA Cup, got to quarter final at Champions League and finish, let's say, third, because I think Man City's going to finish above us now. I do. Um, and I see that they're going to keep him still, even if like we go out to the title by October, which I have predicted. And if we draw to Newcastle, it is finished, especially if Liverpool beat Crystal Palace. I still think they won't sack him. They'll think, oh well, we could still win FA Cup, we still win Carabao Cup, and still win Champions League. And then next minute you get to like Christmas time, and you think, well, after Christmas, and we're out at FA Cup, and then here we go, got one lifeline. Oh, we've got two lifelines left. We've got Carabao Cup. Then next minute, obviously around about February, March, who's won that, because obviously it happens early, and you think back to square one. Back to square one. One more season, another season wasted with this manager. We've literally got to go full ball and try and win that Champions League. And then next minute, another team wins it. And then you look back and you think, how can this be accepted? How can it be accepted? We've just wasted one more season, all the way through it, and won nothing again. Now, a club with a big ambition from the top, which that's where the owners come in, would be like, we aren't taking the risk, because we need a manager in now. Like, let's say the title ends in October or middle of October or November, we're out at title. A big club with big ambition, which starts from the owners at the top. Kroenke's, let's just say Josh, because Stan's, you might as well say he sleeps. He just don't ever get involved. Would be like, right, they're out at title race, not taking any risks, not taking a risk. Yet we might win Champions League, because two Carabao Cup and FA Cup double, that ain't good enough. It's got to be Champions League or Premier League for Arsenal this season, no matter what. So a big club, with big owners, with ambition, they would be like, titles over. We're not going to take a chance that we're putting all our eggs in one basket for Champions League. He's got to go. He's got to go, and that's what a big club would do. And it starts from the owners, obviously, when you say that, and they would say, Mikel Arteta, it's time to go, because they don't want to take the risk, because they could bring a new manager in November, so he gets a January window, a little bit to spend. Obviously, it's not going to be a lot, but he gets like let's say half a season to go and implement his ideas into team. Get the players used to his playing style, etc. And then you look at it, and let's just say a new manager comes in November, and end of season, we get to semi-final at Carabao Cup, quarter-final at Champions League, we finish third, and we win an FA Cup. But we've got a new manager, people. I would take that, because obviously he's new. He's new. So you think, wow, third in Premier League, semi-final in Carabao Cup, quarter-final Champions League, and won an FA Cup. And imagine our play. been 20% better straight away in that time from November up until May with a new manager. The creativity's there. We're smashing teams. We might concede 1 or 2 more goals, but not many. Not many. There's still clean sheets happening, but we're battering teams. Imagine that. Just imagine that scenario. What a nice scenario to be in. Knowing next season, wow, Victor Gyökeres is purring, mate. He's scoring goals. Saka's on form. For some reason, he's got a tune out of Martinelli. He's got Eze as a number 10. Odegaard's now a bench player. Just imagine that for a perfect scenario. And then you look next season and you think, yes, he's had a few months with his team now. He's going to get a bit of money to spend in summer. And you naturally be looking forward thinking, and I'd be like, you know what? My team's going to win league next season. But I can't ever say that with this manager. But that's what I would love, a perfect scenario to if we're out title by October and November, say, look, let's just start waking up now and move like a proper team, a proper club with ambition, which again starts up top. And Andre Berta, Josh Kroenke have meetings, etc. They sack Mikel Arteta, they bring a new manager in, and they give him a little bit of money to spend in January. Let's just say a backup striker, because I worry now if Vic Gyökeres gets injured, Arsenal Football Club do not have one striker to start in this match or any match going forward. We are strikerless, and we've been saying it for 3 seasons. So that is annoying, knowing that if Vic Gyökeres gets injured, there's no yet again striker who can start for Arsenal, and there definitely won't be one at bench. And please don't mention Reina, Trossard, Martinelli. Martinelli, I would put him up there, but I don't trust him. So that would be my perfect scenario. Get this manager out, let's say by November, give the new manager a little bit of money to spend in January. If it's just a backup striker, do that. And if the football changes, if we're more creative, if there's more creativity, if there's larger spells, and I emphasize that word because we're only seeing tiny spells at the minute. If there's larger spells of intensity, urgency, we're taking the team to the sword, really hitting them early doors, winning games by half time, everything's flowing, the players are playing with freedom, expressing themselves, then already you think, well, this new manager has really, really got these players playing, and it's a joy to watch. And let's just say, like I said, semi-final at Carabao Cup, come end of season, quarter-final Champions League, finished third in league, which is one place below. Well, I mean, last season you might as well finish 10th and didn't even turn up against Liverpool, and we're going to win an FA Cup. But already you think, well, he's got players playing with freedom. They're expressing themselves. He's got Eze in the right position at number 10, who is one of the best number 10s in Europe. He's got Martinelli playing. Victor Gyökeres, you can see he's comfortable now in his game. His body language is better. He's scoring goals. You'd just love to see it. You'd just love to see it. Miles Lewis-Skelly and Ethan Nwaneri getting loads more game time. He's even gave Miles a little running cup in midfield, and it's working. So you'd be looking at positives, everywhere. And then end of season, you'd be probably saying, yeah, I do believe my football team will win league next season because this manager will get a full season with us. And look what he's already done from, like, say, November to May. Got players playing with freedom, expressing himself. He's got the perfect balance. He's got Gyökeres playing. He's got Eze at number 10. We're battering teams. We know how to shut shop up if we need to. There's more creativity. We're playing with larger spells of intensity, urgency. And he's won a trophy in his first season. He's got a semi-final in Carabao Cup. He's won a quarter-final in Champions League. He's finished third in league. Surely, man, would you not want that? Surely, because I do. That's what I want. That is what I want. And I know for a fact Diego Simeone would do a better job than Arteta. I 100% know it. I absolute 100% know it, because that guy can be ruthless, but he can switch play up. He can play. Oh, let me just add as well, the main thing and all, someone who can play a plan B, which is most managers in the world can. I just want to see change. I want to see difference, man. I want to see something new. I don't want to keep seeing 4-3-3. I don't want to keep seeing nicey Cuddles FC, where we just don't take the game to the sword, take the team to the sword, and really punish them early doors. I don't want to keep seeing that. I don't want to keep seeing boring play. I don't want to keep saying, "Oh, is Eze going to be number 10 today, or is going to be out at left wing?" I don't want to keep seeing it. I don't want to keep seeing players being rushed back from injury. I don't want to keep seeing pathetic, stupid, childish interviews every game, after match, post-match, pre-match. I'm sick and tired of seeing it all. I want new change. I want a proven winning manager. I want someone who, understands that Arsenal Football Club's not just about challenging. We have to start winning Premier League titles and Champions Leagues. Who's been there and done it. Who understands that this game ain't working. I can't stick to a 4-3-3. I have to change formation. Or let's just throttle this team. Take it to them straight away, and rest players when you need to. I want to see change, man. There's too many things. There's way too many things what you can list off about Mikel Arteta, and people can't even say, "Well, he hasn't done that, has he?" Because he factually has. He's not taking us to Wembley no more. We don't even get to go to Wembley. There's no finals from Arsenal no more with Arteta currently. There's no trophy with Arteta currently. It's all stale. It's all washed. It's all boring. He's took us as far as he can. It's done, man. It's done, 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 done. It's done. I want to see change. I want to see a plan B, fast flowing football, players playing with freedom, expressing themselves. Eze as Arsenal's number 10 for years to come. Martinelli maybe revitalise his career or leave, or, Trossard leave if he has to. Victor Gyökeres smashing those goals in every single weekend. Saka just bombing up and down wing and playing more of a 70% attack and then maybe 30% defence instead of 80% defence and 20% attack. It's all done. Arteta's took us as far. He's washed. He's boring. This should not be happening now. In these years, what is coming up for the 6th year, it should be having this team purring, absolutely battering teams, free flowing, players expressing themselves, playing with freedom, knowing exactly that Eze, he's better than Martin Odegaard by 50 times all day long. He's Arsenal's number 10. But instead, he's persistent on playing Martin Odegaard because he's his love child. It's the same with Kai Havertz. He'll be persistent on playing him. He'll be adamant. He's coming back in this team. He'll get back in it. It's just he's made so many mistakes. He's constantly making mistakes this season. His interviews are pathetic. I've never seen anything like it from a like saying CEOs or seeing what people were call CEOs. They were calling him and saying, "Couldn't believe what you've done." Done what? We're drawn to Man City, people. We're drawn to Man City at home, and this new word of dominated Man City. I want to know what people know. When people hear domination, when they say, "Yeah, it's dominated," because like I said this before, a perfect scenario. If I missed an Arsenal match and I said to one of my mates, "What did we play like?" and they said, "Rich, Arsenal dominated them, mate." In my head, having played football for myself at a high level for 7 years when I was younger, and watching football for 34 years, I'm thinking, I'm looking forward to watching highlights. And if Arsenal dominated them, I bet that means we made Donnarumma make save after save. I bet we hit post. I bet we hit bar. And then I'd watch highlights and probably text my mate saying, "What are you on about? We dominated them. We only had about 3 or 4 shots." And the intensity and urgency were in tiny little glimpses. There were tiny little spells. Where's dominating here? I expected Donnarumma to be, when I'm watching highlights, if an example, I expected to be seeing it and seeing Donnarumma making save after save, probably was it post, one cleared off at line. That's dominating, people. That is dominating. But because this stubborn, smug prick wanker of a manager has changed it now, yeah, we dominated. Yeah, it's such a bad. It's hard to take because we dominated them. Dominated what? You mean we got the ball, Arteta, and we hogged it, and we got the ball and kept it for a while, and we kept it more than opponent. Sorry, we do nothing with it. You know, we didn't be effective with it as we should be. It's honestly, he's gonna cause this team big problems, big problems, and it's a shame because looking at what players we've got right now, yes, he is part of obviously the signings we've made, but it's not all about him. Victor Gyökeres, that's Berta's. Mosquera from Valencia, that's Berta's. He would have scouted him. Eze, I think Berta would have pushed for it. And people say, I bet Berta didn't even know who Eze was. Trust me, Berta's the real deal. Atletico Madrid since 2013. He's been around. He's been around. I mean, I just think like things like Simone, and I just think, wow, look at what he would do for Arsenal. If we were struggling in a game and it were really boring, he would flick that switch and say, right, right, just play five at back, two wing backs, and smother them, drag them everywhere, open them up, because 4-3-3 is not working. And if you wanted to go full throttle, it would probably go three up front for about 20 minutes. This is where it bugs me, people, because I don't want to say danger because that's a bit of a dramatic word, but we are in a situation now where we could lose out on seeing a very, very good team flourish and really go far, for years to come. We could miss out on this because of one problem, and that is Mikel Arteta. He is the biggest problem, and he is still building. Building. He's still adding problems. Like this season, it's crazy. Starting 3DMs, that's a new one. Do you know what I mean? It's like Odegaard is going to thrive on when he comes back. He's going to put him back in team. He's got one of the best number 10s in Europe, and he decides, yeah, you're a left winger. You're a left winger. On what basis? Because Martin Odegaard isn't even in Eze's league. Eze is someone who will collect that ball with his back to goal, and he can shift away from his opponent with a left or right control and spin and go. He's forward thinking. His thought is, I'm going to cause havoc with this defense. I'm going to drag him everywhere. I'm going to pass the ball fast in Victor Gyökeres's feet. I'm going to feed Saka fast. I'm going to drive. I can drop a shoulder left, right. He's got that faint kind of little dummy where he can, fucking hell, like the opponent or defender thinks, where's he gone? And all he's done is dropped his shoulder, not even touched ball. And that's a sign of a very good footballer, let me tell you. A very good player. When you've got the ball and you can drop a shoulder without even touching it, and next minute it just opens everything up, all avenues. That is a sign of a very, very good footballer. When you do those little things where you've got the ball coming towards you and your back's turned a little bit and your foot's turned a bit, and that player thinks he's going to spin back on himself. He's going to get the ball and spin. And the next minute he travels and runs. He run fast to the ball, what's coming straight at him, and it makes him think he's going to turn this way. And next minute he runs with him, and it's like, it just confuses them. It's some people won't see that, but I've played football myself, and I've watched it for so many years, and I see all those kind of things. When a player drops his shoulder or does that faint kind of drop, it sends players mad. They think, fucking hell, is he going left? Is he going right? Where's he going? And again, I hope one day I don't have to keep talking about Mikel Arteta because. But the things I'm saying, it's just he's doing them. He's doing them. He's out his depth and he's done. He's absolutely done at Arsenal Football Club. He's not good enough to take Arsenal to a Premier League title. I keep saying it. I've even offered a person at work £50 and a brand new Arsenal shirt when we had the gold on the sleeve, the own one. I said, there you go. I'll give you £50 in cash and I'll give you a brand new shirt, authentic shirt. I don't want your shirt. I don't. Says I'm offering you. I'll give you £50 in cash, and I'll give you a brand new Arsenal shirt if Arsenal win league. Because you mouthed him off and in front of all your mates, and he's a Nigerian guy, and this is a guy, by the way, who don't even know Tony Adams is. So that just shows you all. Some Arsenal fans, these new Arsenal fans, they don't even deserve the title to be called a fan. Let's just say a follower. And he's like, I don't want your. I said, you can run your mouth off and you're getting all loud and that, and you've got people now around you and you're saying all this, and I don't know, I'm negative and all this, and trust the process. So come on then. I'll pay you 50 quid and my shirt. And I guess what? And I'm like, oh, I says, you won't be getting no shirt and I won't be giving you no money. You know why? Because I'm going to be right at the end of the season. And I what? So confident. Never gonna happen, man. No chance. Right. Where are we? Joe Carter, you must be delighted Saliba signed a new contract for 5 years and believes in Arteta project. I'm absolutely delighted that he's signed a contract, Joe, for 5 years. But what's it got to do with Arteta? That's where everybody's straight away. It's all about Mikel Arteta. What about believes in Andre Berta's project? What about believes in the youth project with Miles Lewis Skelly, Max Dowman, and Ethan Wanyeri? What about that? What about he enjoys playing alongside Gabriel? Why is it always about Mikel Arteta? And guess what, Joe? I don't know if you've watched football long enough, but it means nothing. He could still walk in summer and say, "I don't want to sign. I've made a mistake. I don't want to leave. Sorry, I don't want to stay here. There's no trophies yet again." He could easily turn around in summer. People need to understand. I've just been on about this. People understand. Even if you sign an 8-year contract, it means nothing in football no more. It means nothing. All it means is that Arsenal can protect his value. Like if somebody comes in for him next summer, Arsenal can definitely say 100 million, or there's not even a conversation at table. But next summer, if he had to sign a contract, he has 1 year left on his contract. So then there's 50, you're talking 50 million at most for him. Now Arsenal can take 100 million from him next summer, no matter what. It doesn't mean anything that he signed a contract. It's great news. He's going to be here till at least January. Of course he is. But will he stay the 5 year? Nah. Nah. I don't see that at all. And like I said, it's just to protect his value. It's great news. He's my favourite player. Everybody knows this in my chat. I've watched all his loans. It's not like I'm not. Some of these fans what talk about Saliba, they make out that oh, he's world class. He's done this. He's done that. Mate, I've watched Saliba when he went straight back to Saint Etienne. I watched him when he went to Nice after that, and I watched every single game at his loan spell for Marseille where he finished up. So I've watched Saliba for years on end. I knew he was going to be that good when he come to Arsenal. Knew he was going to be world class. So I get that, Joe. I'm very happy. He's my favourite player. Everybody knows it. But I just look at it and think the bigger picture. And this is where people get so many things wrong. They always look at that small picture. Yeah, he's signed 5 years. That means he's committed his future. He's going nowhere, people. He's staying at Arsenal. He's not going to leave Arsenal. Why ain't he? He could leave in January. He could leave in summer. All it does is protect his value that Arsenal know. And this is Berta. This is what Berta's done straight away. If we hadn't had Berta, this wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't have been tied down. They'd have let it run, and then by summer, oh shit, he's got 1 year left, and teams are offering 50 million for him, which is fuck all. It cost us 27 million. Same as Gabriel, 27 million. Trossard, 27 million. Obviously, that's a different story. But I don't think that he's going to be here for 5 years. I just think, right, if we sell him in summer, we can get 100 million for him. So, as much as I'm happy, of course I'm happy. Again, favourite player, but I look at things as a bigger picture. That's why I get a lot of things right. I get things wrong. I put my hands up and people see it chat. I admit openly when I get things wrong, but I get a hell of a lot of things right with Arsenal because I look at a bigger picture and the ifs and buts. And people say, oh, you can't do that. Well, you can because you look at ifs and buts in life and bigger picture and always expect the unexpected, the good, the bad, the sad, the happy in anything you do. And I just look at it and think, what if he turns around at end season and thinks, nah, made a mistake here, not won a trophy again. I can't keep doing it. I'm going. But Arsenal's got the power because they can say, right, if you're going, we're getting 100 million for you. Right. True Reds. Hey, bro. True Reds. It's me, Jordan. Jordan, how are you, my guy? Hope you're well. Good to see you. True Reds. Gavin L, big up Rich. Chucks. Arteta knows the more he plays Eze, the more he'll be proven wrong. Over captain. Fantastic. Yeah, this is it, Chucks. He's shitting his son, man. Arteta's scared to death now. He's worrying. And you know what? Like, when does Arteta call a player out individually and say, yeah, he should have scored 2 more? I tell you something, he's an absolute prick and a half because he never does that with any player whatsoever. And he had the audacity to mention that about Eze and like kind of sniggered when he said it. That made me fuming because it's like, he knew he didn't want Eze because it's going to disrupt his love child, Martin Odegaard. And he had the audacity to say, yeah, he should have scored 2 more. He would have never, ever said that about Kai Havertz. Ever. Or Odegaard, obviously, but Odegaard's just shit compared to Eze. I mean, even people like that, like, did you hear that what when he said it? He says, "Yeah, he should have scored 2 more." How audacity to say that, the fucking wanker. How dare he say that? Because he would have never said it about Kai Havertz or Martin Odegaard, no way. But he's saying about Eze because he's like, "Yeah, well, he's not that good, is he? He should have scored 2 more." I tell you something, this man's becoming a huge problem to Arsenal Football Club, a huge problem. And I have said it already last season, year before, and I'm sticking to it. Joe King, how are you, my guy? I fucking love William. The guy has made sure we get a world-breaking transfer fee. Yep, absolutely. Fee for defender. Let's see how much Real Madrid want him now. Yeah, absolutely, Joe. That's what I'm saying. This could be a win-win. Chucks, I think Berta has said to Saliba, stay put in, well put you on crazy money. And if Arteta doesn't win, he's gone. Proper director. Yeah, big up Andre Berta. But like Joe said, again, these typical fans, man. It's all about Arteta. It's all about Arteta. Why do they just not see that badge there does not belong to Mikel Arteta? It belongs to us, the fans. He was an Arsenal player for 5 years, and he wasn't even nowhere near a legend. It's all about Arteta. When is this man going to feel the pressure, get the pressure, and be told, you're not good enough, you never was good enough, you're not a top manager, you're not a elite manager, it's not all about you, Mikel Arteta. Now fuck off our Arsenal Football Club. Dan Martin, big up Rich 99, Arsenal. We here. Big up Dan Martin, my guy. Good to see you. Dan Martin at Gavin L, big up fam. Chucks, you're right. I reckon he'll give us no more than one more season, but Berta has secured his value. Fanboys praising Arteta for the extension. I know. Like the players are sick of him. Absolutely. If you see that clip where they met um, in that Spanish camp before the Singapore pre-season tour, and they were all going up to Arteta, and it's showing you they're all there, and Saliba seen him, and he's like, it's you. And he like just went, as if to say, "King hell. Have I really got to greet you?" And all others were like shaking Arteta's hand and not. And Saliba was like, "If I must," as if to say, "Have I really got to see you?" You can see it. Gavin L, big up Dan Martin, Waha. Hey, Rich, chat. Big up Waha. Dan Martin, AJ, big up, bro. Todd Bird, let's go and sign Nuno Espirito Santo. Well, he'd do a better job than Arteta. I'll tell you that now. Todd Burge, big up my guy. Just good to see in the chat. Catalan 094. Diego Gomez scored 4 in one game. He was playing for Inter Miami not long ago. It was. Diego Gomez for Brighton scored 4 last night, and they were absolute spectacular goals. And he was playing for Inter Miami, and it was about 11 million. And they signed him for in January 2025, obviously this year. And it were like 11 million. What a signing. Brighton are the gurus of scouting players. And you know what? They'll sell him for about 60 million. They are the best. Their scouting network is crazy. And it wasn't last night, was it? It was Wednesday night. What are we on now? What are we on now? Thursday night? No, it's Friday now. It was Wednesday night, I think. Was it Wednesday night? I can't remember, man. Dan Martin, Waha, big up, joking. Bring Mateta in January. Bring Mateta, absolutely. What a signing that would be. I'm a massive fan. Massive fan. Even if we had to pay 60 million for a number 2 and it'd be Mateta or someone to compete with Victor Gyökeres, I'd do it all day long. Waha, hey, Dan and Gavin, Jux. I remember the day Arteta was signed as a player. I was in high school. I was devastated. Yeah, I mean, I will say, as a player, I was a little bit happy we signed him. I thought he was a decent signing from Everton, but I wanted him before when he actually came. I wanted him. I wanted him like on deadline day. It was 5 signed. I think Mertesacker came that day. Andre Santos, Jose Benayoun, Arteta, the Park, who literally never played for us. I think it was Andre Santos. Per Mertesacker, Mikel Arteta, Park. Who was the other one? Mertesacker, Santos, Arteta, Park, Benayoun. Yeah, I think. Benayoun Park, Arteta, Mertesacker, Santos. I think that's what we signed on deadline day that day. Well, Arteta was all right for a while at Everton. Yeah, but that was a year before he went to Arsenal. That's what I thought. We got him too late. I agree. Well, I think it came too late. Joe King, I remember when we brought Arteta from Everton. Yep. I think it was on deadline. I think it was all five on deadline day, people. I think it was. Who I just mentioned. Please do smash the likes, people, and subscribe to the channel. So it, I'm I can't get fully on board, people. I can't be fully happy while this manager's at this club. I just can't, because there's no way he just changes overnight. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. He's that stubborn. He will not be told what to do. He will not be told. And it's like, don't you find it? Don't you find it that annoying that we go to Port Vale, League One, currently 19th in the league? Who I like Darren Moore. I liked him. He did okay at Chef Wednesday, West Brom, Doncaster as manager. But we went to League One, Port Vale, 19th in league. And you just look and you think, what is it with this guy? It's 4-3-3. Has he got no, seriously, is he that weak and got no bollocks to go for it? He could have played three up front, straight three strikers against Port Vale, and just played with a little, like an enforcer in middle, like Norgard. He could have made sure, like it were, let's just say, Martinelli. Well, obviously the team we went with, Saka, and who was it? I forgot now. I forgot what team it was. What he put out now. I can't even remember. Um, but he could have just gone with, if that's what he'd done. Martinelli, Saka, and even Eze, which I don't want Eze on left wing. But he could have just gone full ball and just played three up front, and then played with a number 10 as well, and just had like an holding midfield. Like, he could have just made that formation look completely different to what he always does, and just took the game to Port Vale. But my brain's frazzled there. I can't even remember what team he put right now. I really can't. And I just, like, it just shows in facts. No made up stuff. No, we're not making this up. It just shows that it can't even take the game to Port Vale. Like, it's got to be that 4-3-3, his protective way, his defensive kind of shield, what he does. And I just think anyone what keeps backing this match, like Joe's just said earlier on, newish guy into chat, like seeing Arteta's project. I mean, it's always all about Arteta. Why has it got to be always about Arteta? And it's just not. It's not true. It's not. It's probably Andre Berta with his words, and seeing the drive, and Saliba seeing his mate sign a new contract, Gabriel, which that is the main thing, because of Gabriel signing a new contract. Seeing Ethan Wanyeri, Miles Lewis Skelly. Why is it always about Arteta's project? There's no such thing as project. The project's over with. The project's over with, Joe. Trust me, the project's over. It's an embarrassment to talk about a project, 6-year project, still waiting. Yeah, still waiting. Yeah. No trophies at the moment. No final. No Wembley. No. So what's your project then? Well, we're building. Yeah. You've had $1 billion to spend. Yeah, you've got all your players. What's your next desk? Well, we're just waiting now for Victor Gyökeres to start clicking, so he can start firing all goals in and scoring goals. Right, yeah, that's a shit poor excuse, but yeah, that's next excuse. That's going to be next one. Well, next season we're going to win league, people, because Victor Gyökeres is going to be settled into Premier League, and then he's going to start scoring goals. Any more excuses? Well, yeah, we're just waiting for Zubamendi to settle in Premier League. Oh, right, yeah. So we're not going to win league this season then, because Victor Gyökeres is not settled, or Zubamendi's not settled. This is what's happening to this football club, and this is why we are the most laughed at football club, you would say, on the social media platforms, because we've got fans what make excuses up constantly. They make our club look like a Mickey Mouse club at times. The way they come out with the bullshit and cover up for this manager, make excuses up. It really is annoying, and it's got to stop. It's got to change. It's got to change. And if Josh Kroenke is not willing to get rid of Mikel Arteta, then someone out there, some rich motherfucker, a one-man band, one-man woman, whatever, a group, just come and buy this football club. Just come and buy this club, please, and just wipe the lot out and give Andre Berta the keys and say, we've been watching in the background, we've pounced, we've got the club, we know what it takes, we love Arsenal, we've got followers who's part of the whole setup, what we've done. Andre Berta, go and find the best manager you can, my friend. Another scenario, another pipe dream, because that's how I see it now. If Arteta don't get sacked this season, and he only wins, let's just say, even a Carabao Cup, I mean, then the biggest problem is at the top, and that is Josh and Stan, and it just looks like they're in love with him. They absolutely are in love with him. I don't know if it's his licorice hairstyle. I don't know, but this is what I mean. This is him now. This is what he's like now. We are Odegaard and Kai Havertz. He's just crying. He's sulking, knowing that he wants to see his love child's Kai Havertz and Martin Odegaard back in team. He can't stand it. He's sulking because he's worried that Eze is going to rip it up, which he already is in certain games, and just blow Martin Odegaard away and say, yeah, mate, what you are now is you're a substitute for Arsenal Football Club. So just hand the captaincy over to Declan Rice or Gabriel, because that's not needed. You don't need that. Dan Martin, Arteta was a shit player his whole career, never amounted to anything. No, it didn't, Dan Martin. I think I was a fan of him at one point. They were Everton. I thought, oh, he's kind of like nice footballer and that. But when you look back at his career, it's shy. He did nothing. Even at Rangers, he wasn't the best. Joking, yet Arteta was described as a panic signing. Was it the same season Song went to Barcelona? No, I don't think it was. I don't think it was, Joe. I think Song went after that, and maybe 2 or 3 years later. I think because we signed Arteta in 2014 with Danny Welbeck and a Callum Chambers, I think. 13 was 2010 or 2012. I think that was Arshavin. 2013 was Mesut Özil. I think 14. That was Danny Welbeck, Callum Chambers, I think. 16. I think that was Alexis Sanchez. I think. Giroud. When would Giroud? I think Giroud was 13 as well. 2013. Where are we? So Arteta and the other players as I mentioned, I think that was 2010. And I think Song went to Barcelona about 2018, maybe. That could be a wild guess. Chuck's notice anytime our players lose the ball or do something awkward, they kept glancing over at Arteta. Yeah, it's like they you've done something wrong and you're looking over thinking, oh shit. You know what I mean? Like you're going to be in trouble. Arteta, these players are frightened to lose their place, and that's why they are playing so timid. Yeah, great point, Chucks. They are. This manager, I swear to God, the problems when people mention things in the chat, and I just think, yeah, there's that as well. They do. They look over and think, oh shit, he's going to drop me. He's going to drop me because I let ball run across me once. You know what I mean? Darren Martin Chucks, it's sad how this fucker is messing up our club and team. Absolutely, 100%, 100% it is. It really is. But yet you've got people backing him, praising him. Oh, Arteta is the man because Saliba signed a new contract. It's always, always, always related to Arteta. What is the fascination with this guy, people? What is the fascination with this guy? Like, have you never seen a proper proven winning manager? Oh, because I do not understand it. I do not understand this now. What is the fascination with this manager? Because right now he should be literally having Arsenal blasting teams and really settled and looking and people saying Arsenal's top team in England. And we look a shadow as even last season, we look better than what we do right now. A lot of times this season, we've looked absolutely boring. And I mean, piss poor boring, where you could nap watching Arsenal after 10 minutes. And people are telling me, you want to back something what's going backwards? How can you back something what's going backwards? Do you know what I mean? We should be everything should be in place now. Everything. It should all be the players are playing with freedom, express yourself, the gameplay, the way we play. It's frightening for other teams. We've got, we can play 4-3-3. We can switch it up to a 4-3-2-1. Everything. But it looks like we're starting from scratch, man. It looks like we're just getting started, and it's like we're like rehearsing things and trialing them out and experimenting them because we don't know what we're doing. But the players do. It's his manager what don't. He's not got a clue, people. Honestly, he's a football manager, but I tell you something. When you think of other managers to Arteta, this guy's done. He is not good enough to be this manager of Arsenal Football Club. 100%, he's not. There's no plan B. There's nothing. There's just nothing. He's got to leave this football club. I swear to God, he's got to go. Otherwise, we ain't going to see what we want to see with all these great players what we've got. Joe King, do you think Mourinho wins a title with this? 100%, Joe. Eddie Howe wins a title with Arsenal's team right now. It Thomas Frank wins a title with Arsenal's team. If we'd had Eddie Howe and Thomas Frank in the last 3 years, Arsenal win Premier League. It's as simple as that because they'd have brought balance. They'd have got as a striker. They'd have got as a backup for Saka. No other way around it, honestly. And it's not making things up, but that is facts. Eddie Howe, Thomas Frank would have won a title with Arsenal. Right. I am going to wrap this up, people, in about 2 minutes because there's no way I'm going 3 hours tonight. I was going to do about 30 minutes. I've done over an hour already, nearly an hour and a half. So let's just see. I worry. I worry because if, which I think we will, um, get beat on Sunday, then what? Then what happens? Then what happens? You know what I mean? Then what happens then? Then what happens? Like if Newcastle beat us on Sunday, what is the next excuse going to be from these obsessed Arteta fans? These little puppets, what do everything and love and say everything he wants. What's the next excuse going to be if Newcastle beat us on Sunday? Oh well, the way Newcastle were playing, they were bullying us. They hurt us too much, or it's because Kai Havertz is on bench, or the Newcastle fans were too loud and it were deafening Arsenal players' ears. It's what is the excuse going to be if we lose on Sunday? And it's not fair to keep doing this to these players what we've got because these players what we've got are really good football players, but the manager we've got is definitely nowhere near a top elite manager, and he's not good enough for these players, and it's not fair. And them missing out on winning titles, it's not fair on those players what we've got currently at Arsenal missing out on winning titles because of this stubborn, smug prick of a manager. Joe King, I agree with you, boss. Joe King, you care more about the fans than the Stan does. I mean, Stan's asleep in clouds, Joe. He doesn't even give a shit. He still thinks season's going from last season. Joe King, Premier League over if we lose or draw. Patterns are hard to ignore. Yeah, draw or lose Sunday, the league is done for Newcastle. Sorry, for Arsenal. And then, like I said, it's not fair. It's not fair. Why should these players suffer? And after, they're damn well good enough to win the Premier League title and the Champions League, but why should they not be allowed to express themselves and play with freedom because of this prick of a manager? So, everybody, I'm going to wrap this up. Yeah, thank you very much for joining. Like I say, not a longish one, still nearly an hour and a half, but enjoy the rest of your night, morning, etc., wherever you are, people, and stay safe. And I will do a pre-match with Arsenal and Newcastle tomorrow at some time. Don't know when though. Thank you very much for joining, people. Please do smash the likes if you watch this video anytime you can or when you do, and subscribe to the channel. It really does help. So, everybody, thank you very much. Arteta, stubborn, smug prick. No Wembley, no finals, no trophies. Currently under this manager. Get out of this club. Joe King, later fella. Big up everybody. Thank you very much.